Hi, it's Becky. This is video number 7 in understanding our money patterns. And this one is huge. Well, they're all huge, but this one's really huge. So this is about self-sabotage. How many of you, I've done it, get so close to paying off the debt and really getting ahead? You know, you're just this close. And you've been working your hustle, you've been saving, you've been doing a savvy financial plan, and then you just can't take it anymore. You just can't. You're tired of it. You are tired of not having the things that you want. You just go a little bit crazy and blow it. And what's scary is sometimes you can even trick yourself into thinking that those were necessary expenses. But as you get a little past that, as you get further away from that action, you realize, really? I really needed that couch right then? Really? True story. So I wanted to talk about how self-sabotage happens. And it usually happens like, you're working, and you are just ready to hit that peak. And that right here is when self-sabotage happens. Because what happens when you get to this peak, your situation changes. You are no longer in the space and the position that you were. And we do everything possible to keep the status quo, to keep it the same. So fear, doubt, play a part in self-sabotage. And it is unbelievable how often this will come up. So if you're not strong, if you don't know your self-worth, if you don't have a financially savvy plan, if you haven't cleared these burdens, obstacles, past stories, it's going to keep happening. The point and what we need to work toward as a community of heart-centered people is to understand the game so that we can play it and win. Because most of us don't even know that there is a game going on. And we're handed these cards in this game of money and life, and we don't know what the rules are. We don't know how the game is played, and we're just kind of throwing cards down on the table and hoping that something works. It's like my brother loves video games, and I would kind of play just to keep him occupied growing up. Literally, the only thing I was doing was pushing buttons. I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm pushing buttons, and hopefully my little guy on the screen does something. This is exactly what happens when you're trying to live life and you don't know how the game is played. Invariably, my little guy would die, and my brother would win. The analogy here is a little scary. So, if you're noticing that you're sabotaging on this upward trajectory to the top, to a peak, learn how the game is played so that you can win. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this gave you something to think about. If you have any comments or anything that you'd like to share about this, it would be great. People learn from each other. Drop them down in the comments. Thanks again. It's Becky. Bye.